Good evening, students. I welcome you all to today's class. In this class, I am going to discuss with you about stellar types and stellar evolution. Stele. It is the core or central vascular cylinder of the plant axis which consists of pericycle, phloem, xylem and pith in it. Van Tegem and Dolit proposed a theory known as the stellar theory. According to this theory, the anatomy of plant axis shows epidermis, cortex and stele. Stele is the central vascular cylinder which consists of outermost layer called as the pericycle, which encloses vascular tissues in it and in which pith may be present or absent. Let us move towards the stellar types. There are three main stellar types, that is protostele, siphonostele and solenostele. Protostele is the condition in which pith is absent. It is the primitive type. Siphonostele. It is the condition in which pith is present and it is advanced type. Solenostele. It is the condition in which pith is present along with the leaf cap. It is also an advanced type of stele. Let us study in detail. First, protostele. It is the simple and primitive type which is characterized by the absence of pith in it. There are different types of protostele, that is haplostele, actinostele, plectostele, mixed protostele and polystele. Let's start with the haplostele. It is the most primitive type of protostele in which smooth core of xylem is present at the center and which is externally surrounded by the phloem, as seen in case of Rhynia and Selaginella. It is the condition in which xylem is present at the center which is externally covered by the phloem. Actinostele. It is the protostele in which xylem is stellate or star-shaped in nature, as seen in case of Xylotum and Lycopodium serratum. Actinostele is the condition where the shape of xylem is star or stellate in shape, as seen in case of the Xylotum and Lycopodium serratum species. Plectostele. In this stele, xylem is dissected into many parallel plate-like structure, as seen in case of Lycopodium clavatum. Plectostele is the condition in which xylem is appear as parallel plate-like structure, as seen in case of the Lycopodium clavatum. Mixed protostele. It is the condition in which xylem is divided into many patches and they are intermixed with the phloem, as seen in case of Lycopodium cernum. Mixed protostele is the condition in which xylem is divided into many patches and are intermixed with the phloem, as seen in case of the Lycopodium cernum. Polystele. If two or more stele is present in the plant axis, then it is called as the polystelic condition, in which every stele is protostelic in nature. Example, Selaginella. Polystele. The name itself says that there are many stele is present. Two or more stele is present and exhibiting pith is absent, then such condition is called as the polystelic condition, as seen in case of the Selaginella. This is about the protostele, that is haplostele, actinostele, plectostele, mixed protostele, polystele. Let us move towards the next one, that is the siphonostele. It is similar to that of the protostele, but the characteristic feature is pith is present. There are two types, that is ectopholic siphonostele and amphifolic siphonostele. Ectopholic siphonostele is the condition in which xylem is externally surrounded by the phloem. Pith is present. Such condition is called as the ectopholic siphonostele. Example, Ophiglossum. Siphonostele means it is the stele in which pith is present. Ectopholic is the condition where phloem surrounds the xylem only externally. Example, Ophiglossum. Amphifolic siphonostele. It is the condition in which xylem is surrounded by phloem both externally as well as internally. Example, Marsilia. Siphonostelic condition in which pith is present. Amphifolic means amphi refers to both. If phloem surrounds the xylem both externally and internally, then such type of stele is called as the amphifolic siphonostele, as seen in case of the Marsilia. Let us move towards the next type, that is the solanostele. It is similar to that of the siphonostele, but here leaf gap is present. There are 6 types of solanostele are present, that is ectofolic solanostele, amphifolic solanostele, dictyostele, polycyclic stele, eustele, atactostele. Ectofolic solanostele. It is the solanostele in which phloem surrounds the xylem only externally. Example, osmunda. Ecto refers to the phloem surrounds only externally the xylem. Here the solanostele refers to, here the leaf cap is present. So it is the condition in which leaf cap is present and phloem surrounds the xylem only externally. Then such condition is called as the ectofolic solanostele, as seen in case of osmunda. Amphifolic solanostele. Solanostele in which phloem surrounds the xylem both externally and internally. Example, adnatum. It is the condition in which leaf cap is present, therefore it is solanostele. Amphifolic means here both, amphi refers to both. Phloem surrounds the xylem both externally as well as internally. Then such type is called as the amphifolic solanostele. Example, adnatum. Dictyostele. It is the condition of stele which is advanced type. Here, due to the overlapping of the leaf caps, the stele is dissected into many stele. That condition is called as the meristele condition. Example, Tiris. Dictyostele. This is the stele which is most advanced type. Here, due to the overlapping of the leaf caps, the stele are dissected and it is called as the meristele condition, as seen in case of the Pteris. Polycyclic stele. It is the condition in which vascular tissues are arranged into many concentric rings. It is also an advanced type of stele, as seen in case of the pteridium. Polycyclic stele. It is the condition of stele where poly refers to many, cyclic means ring. Here the stellar arrangement in ring shape or circular in manner, but here many are nature. Such condition is called as the polycyclic stele. Poly refers to many, cyclic circular manner, stele arrangement. That is, if the vascular tissues are arranged into many concentric rings, then such type is called as the polycyclic stele. It is an advanced type of stele, as seen in case of pteridium. Eustele. It is the stellar type in which collateral vascular bundles are present and they are arranged in a ring. Such type of stele is called as the eustele, as usually seen in case of the dicot stem. Here the stele splits and they are arranged in a concentric vascular bundle. Here the collateral vascular bundles are present in a ring and it is very commonly seen in case of the dicot stem. Atactostele. This is the stele which is similar to that of the eustele, but here the vascular bundles are not arranged in a ring, but here the vascular bundles are scattered in the ground tissue, as seen in case of the monocot stem. Atactostele is the stele which is similar to eustele, that is they are arranged in concentric vascular bundle, but they are not arranged in a ring. Here the vascular bundles are scattered throughout the ground tissue. Example, monocot stem. Let us move towards the stellar evolution. Origin of pith. Origin of pith takes place in case of the siphonostele. Pith is absent in case of the protostele. The origin of pith is studied by so many scientists and they gave their own theories, but here the controversies is there. Let us study one by one. The two theories are there, that is, one is the intrastellar theory, which is also called as the modulation theory. Second one is the extrastellar theory, which is called as the theory of intrusion. Intrastellar theory or modulation theory. According to this theory proposed by Bower, pith is formed by the innermost vascular tissues. Extrastellar theory, theory of intrusion. According to this theory proposed by Jeffrey, pith is formed by the invasion of some cortical cells. There are two theories related to the stellar evolution. One is the intrastellar theory, another one is the extrastellar theory. In case of intrastellar theory given by Bower, he said that innermost vascular tissues are responsible for the formation of the stele, whereas according to the Jeffrey, who gave the extrastellar theory, he said that stele is formed by the cortical cell. This is about this class. In the next class, I am going to discuss with you about the pteridophyte in detail. Thank you.